We've created an absolutely beautiful stacked area chart, but there's information that's missing that we want to include. We want to know about the gender. So how do we include gender into our chart? What we can do is we can pull gender into filters. It's asking us which genders are we interested in. So we're interested in both. We want the unemployment stats for both. Okay, now we're looking at our unemployment data for both genders. Now if we only were interested in looking at men, we can just click on men, and this is the men's graph. For women, click on edit filter, and now we're looking at just the women's graphs, and we'll go back to both. I noticed that process was kind of tedious. There's a way we can get around that. Tableau has created something called quick filters. So we click on show filter and it brings up the control. So our quick filter allows us to choose all. If we click on all again, it's none, no genders, or just view men, or just view women. That's awesome. Now we're interested in looking at age. We want to filter on age, so we're going to pull age in. Notice that we have a number of different categories for age. So we have a selection called exclude. So when I click on exclude, what it's saying is we will exclude these, but click on the ones you are interested in. So we're interested in 16 through 19. Say we're only interested in the first two. So when I click apply, it's only showing us the first two. But we actually don't want to exclude any at this point, but this is a great selection. If you had, say you had like 40 different categories and you are only wanting to look at 5 at a time, this would be a great selection. Okay, there we have all of our different age groups. Okay, for age, we also want to create a show filter. So here's our control, and we're looking at all the different ages. Now, say you don't like the way this control is set up. This is allowing you to make multiple selections. Say you want 20 through 24, 35 through 44, 45 through 54, and 65. So now you're only looking at those selections. We call this multiple selection, but there are other choices of controls we can use. There's single value. This is a single value list where we're able to list one at a time. So we're only able to choose one selection at a time. There's single value drop down, which I like because it's very clear that there's only one category being shown at a time. We have single value slider, which uses a slider to change the value, which is cool. There's the multiple value list, which we were just looking at, which allows you to select multiple items from a list. There's multiple value drop down, which basically is the same thing, but it's just within a drop down list. There's a multiple values custom list, which allows you to create a list that is completely customized. And we'll go back to the multiple values. So if you notice that these controls and filters are really powerful in allowing us to have control over what information is displayed and what information is excluded.